Hi everyone, I'm here to give you a brief introduction of what was the work performed by IRIA in the context of the European project called Present. So IRIA main area interest was related to the generation of reactive and expressive motion for virtual agents. In particular, our focus was on non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication include all the kind of interaction between humans that are not related to spoken words. We will introduce here the two main tools that we developed for this project. The first one is called Expressive Filter and deal with body of animation of a single character, while the second one is the interaction field and is related to collective behavior, and so the behavior of multiple characters. The Expressive Filter is a tool that adapts in real time the motion of a virtual agent according to the observer point of view. The target of this tool is the simulation of awareness. I will show you some examples. On the left of this video, we have the original animation, while on the right, we have the animation modified with Expressive Filter. We are seeing that from the point of view of the observer. As you can see, the modified virtual agent is trying to orient himself toward the observer and make himself more visible. In order to do so, he has to reduce the level of visual occlusion between itself and the observer. This visual occlusion can be caused by different object or other character, as you can see in this last part of the video. Using the same tool, we can also tune the expressivity of a virtual character, as we can see in the second video. Here, we started from a neutral motion that we see on the left of a virtual character talking, and we generate one that's more extroverted. Extroverted means where the amplitude of the gesture is bigger and is occupying more space. Similarly, we also generated a more introverted motion, while the gestures get narrowed and the character gets more close on itself. As you can see, he's looking down. Now we're going to move to collective behavior.
To simulate collective behaviors, we looked at simulating interactions between one user and n virtual humans. We want to be able to easily define complex interaction for the specific of the present project scenarios. So, we developed Interaction Field, an intuitive method that enables designers to sketch how virtual characters react towards an immersed user, other virtual characters, or objects. Here you see that with a few strokes, and by editing those strokes, designer can create vector fields that propel virtual characters in 2D represented as disk. This vector field is called an interaction field. Interaction fields induce the reactive position of virtual characters around one another. The interaction field you see on the screen makes the yellow agent hide from the blue agent behind the red obstacle. We then obtain real-time trajectories of such interaction. And we can use an external animator to obtain scenario in VR. We applied the same field you saw earlier here to have this scenario in VR, with an immersed user embodied as a giant. If the user moves, the character runs and hides behind the trees. And if the user doesn't move, the virtual characters come slowly towards the user. This scenario is an example, and we think that Interaction Field has an interest in designing expressive and interactive collective scenarios.
In addition to the two tools we just presented, IRIA also works on different aspects of nonverbal communication in order to better understand the interaction between humans and digital avatar. I'm going to show you here three examples. We study how gaze behavior can affect the perception a human has of a virtual crowd. We also study how the rendering of collision through haptic device can affect the way in which we navigate a virtual environment. Finally, we also study how the motion of a virtual character and its appearance change the way in which approach this virtual character. I know this was a brief introduction, so if you want to have further detail, just check the Present website and check our publication. Here is the list of all the people involved in this project, and thank you for your attention.